Hello. Today I'm going to be showing my Amazonas deck profile with the new support cards, which is Amazonas Shaman, Amazonas Secret Technique, and the fusion monsters, which I'll explain later. So I'm running 2 Amazonas Queens, 3 Amazonas Golden Whip Masters, which is one of the new support cards. So when uh, the main effect you're going to use for this card is that if it's in your graveyard and you special summon an Amazonas monster, it goes in your Pendulum Zone. Then if an Amazonas battles while it's in your Pendulum Zone, you could destroy a spell or trap on the field. And while it's in the Pendulum Zone, it gives attack to all of your Amazonas monsters. Then Swordmaster here has the same effect as it, except when it's in the Pendulum Zone and an Amazonas battles, you get an Amazonas spell or trap from your graveyard to your hand. So then 1 Amazonas Swordswoman, 3 Amazonas Princess, which is the main starter of the deck, so you could normal summon it and then search Amazonas Secret Technique, Amazonas Call, Amazonas Onslaught in order to start your combos. Then 2 Mountains and Melting Snow, which is another newer card. So this supports Earth archetypes like Amazonas. So you could send it and another Earth monster from your hand to the graveyard in order to draw 1 card, and then you could revive an Earth monster. So for example, you could send this and Princess from your hand to the graveyard in order to draw a card, and then revive Princess. Then 2 Amazonas Spy, which special summons itself by revealing another Amazonas monster in your hand. 3 Amazonas Shaman. So this card special summons itself by returning an Amazonas card you control back to the hand from your hand or graveyard. So you could bring back a Swordmaster or Whipmaster that's in your Pendulum Zone, and then special summon this. And when it's special summoned, you could search Polymerization from your deck in order to summon the main fusion monsters. Then 2 Amazonas Baby Tiger, which special summons himself when an Amazonas is summoned. 2 fusion deployments. This card lets you reveal Amazonas Empress, and since it lists Amazonas Queen, you could summon Amazonas Queen from your deck. Then 2 polymerizations, 1 reinforcement of the army, which gets Princess. 1 Foolish Burial of Goods to mill the Amazonas Secret Technique, which I'll explain later. 1 Upstart Goblin, 1 Card Destruction to send maybe the Pendulums or the Shaman to the graveyard if you open them, and Baby Tiger. And then 1 Foolish Burial, which could also just send a Shaman or Baby Tiger to the graveyard. 2 Prod of Prosperities, so you don't use all of your extra deck here, so you could get consistency by running 2 of these. 3 Amazonas Call, which is one of the main searchers other than Princess, so it just searches any Amazonas card. Or you could send an Amazonas card from your deck to the graveyard, so you could send a Secret Technique if you want. Then 2 Secret Techniques, which is just a polymerization. It lets you fusion summon, but also you could banish it from your graveyard to use your extra deck as a monster from your extra deck as fusion material this turn. So you could use Foolish Burial of Goods or Amazonas Call to send it to the grave. Then if you have Shaman or Polymerization, since Shaman gets Polymerization, this will let you fusion summon using an Empress from your extra deck to summon Kaiserin right away. But you can only use one of its effects per turn, so you can't banish it and then activate another one. Then 3 Amazonas Onslaughts, which if an Amazonas battles, you could also banish the opponent's monster after damage calculation, and it summons Amazonas from your hand in the battle phase. Okay, then the extra deck, 3 Amazonas Kaiserins, the new boss monster. So when this is fusion summoned, you could summon an Amazonas monster from your deck, which would usually be either Queen or Princess. And it protects your other Amazonases from card effects. So your opponent can't target them with card effects, and they can't be destroyed. Also, it could attack twice, so you could OTK your opponent if you summon it at the right time. 2 Amazonas King Ligers, which also protects your Amazonases from battle, so your opponent is forced to attack him. And he also brings back other Amazonas monsters if you're in the late game. 3 Amazonas Empress. This is usually the first fusion monster you summon, unless you banish Secret Technique to summon the Kaiserin right away. since this also protects your other Amazonesses from being destroyed by battle or card effects, and when this is sent, and when this leaves the field, then you could summon Amazonas Queen from your hand, deck, or graveyard. One Amazonas Pet Liger. So this card is just a lower form of a King Liger. It's not great, but it can be useful. So it also just makes it so your opponent has to attack him. So what you could do is you could summon a Pet Liger and King Liger, or two King Ligers, and then since your opponent is forced to attack them, they just can't attack if you really have to do that. Then one Access Code Talker, one Nightmare Unicorn, one Earth Charmer, immovable, one Mrs. Radiant, one IP Masquerena, and one Vert Anaconda. You're almost never going to summon the Link monsters because Shaman locks you into Amazonas monsters for the turn. But once in a while, if you aren't doing great, you could maybe summon a Vert and send Polymerization to Fusion Summon. Or if you need to, you could also just go into Mrs. Radiant or Earth Charmer. Or if you could go into IP Masquerena, then you could summon Nightmare Unicorn on your opponent's turn. And yeah, this is the whole deck list. And now I'm going to be playing some test duels with it so I could show it off. And that was my Amazon spec profile. Like and subscribe to see more, and I hope you enjoyed.